everybody, this is Max and welcome back to my channel. Tonight we're going to do a comparison between the Chanel Jumbo So Black and the medium-sized Lady Dior in the matte black. So if that's something that you're interested in, just keep watching. Okay, I've been asked about the Jumbo So Black and the Lady Dior matte black to kind of do a comparison to see which one I think is better. So I'm going to kind of go through a few things that I think are unique in each bag, and hopefully that'll help you guys make a decision which one do you think is better for you. Now quickly, I'm probably going to get asked, I am going to post, I'm going to post a picture of what I'm wearing on Instagram because this is what I wore today. And this is the Edge necklace. I think it's called the Edge necklace from Louis Vuitton. And of course I carried the Cousin in the MM size. And I'm just wearing a long sweater from Chico's and linen shorts from Eileen Fisher. And then, of course, I'm wearing the Louis Vuitton thong sandals that I showed you a couple videos ago when we talked about summer shoes, okay? So I think that's everything. Let's get into the review. Okay, guys, this is my Chanel Jumbo So Black. And this is in shiny calfskin. This is from 20S collection, so this was last year that I got this bag, and I have used it quite a bit. So let me kind of go through the features of the bag, even though you guys have seen 1,000,001 classic flaps, but I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, kind of share some things about this bag. Okay, so let's start here and open up the bag. Of course, you know that this particular one is the double flap. The inside looks like I said, you guys have probably seen 1,000,001 of these. What I think is unique about this particular bag, or what do I think that I appreciate about it, or what's like a really good pro for me, I think this is a well-made bag. I think this is a very much a quality made bag. The fact that this is an all leather bag, the interior's leather, and in order for it to kind of get the structure that it has, they pretty much did it with leather. There is a kind of a filler thing at the bottom. There is a piece of hard material that the leather is sewed over at the bottom here that kind of gives it structure. But as far as the sides, like there isn't a hard material on the sides or anything. As you can see, it's just stitched in with leather. And of course, you know, the calfskin is going to kind of be wrinkly a little bit in these kind of bags, which I think adds to the beauty of the bag. But like I said, this bag, I believe, is going to age beautifully. I like that about the Chanels. Like most of the Chanels that I see that are vintage, they've aged beautifully. I feel like the only time I see something that looks kind of off with them a little bit, sometimes the flap will be pointy. I have yet to see a pointy flap in the Jumbo. I tend to see it a little bit more in the reissues. Like I have a reissue and my flap up here is a little pointy, which doesn't really bother me, really. But I think some people find that annoying. What else is there? As far as the hardware is concerned on this bag has shiny hardware. And I feel like the shininess of that hardware gives it an extra layer of protection. It's kind of like, you know how you get your nails done and they put the shiny coat over it, it kind of helps it from chipping. That's kind of how I feel about the shiny coating that is on the hardware. Now, someone asked me, am I worried about this causing scratches? And again, that same thing that I just said applies. I feel like that shiny coating is gonna prevent it from doing that. And when I'm touching it, you can feel like there's an extra, like something on that, you know, turn piece right there. So overall, I think this is a really great bag. I mean, the fact, like I said, that it's all leather bag, I totally could see that this would be a great choice. Of course, I chose black hardware because it speaks to my personal taste. Like, I'm not really the Chanel Jumbo Gold hardware kind of girl. I feel like that's a little bit too formal for my lifestyle. I feel like this is edgy. And again, I could wear either or hardware with it. And because the bag is kind of like a very mature style, very classy, and I'm a mature woman, I think to kind of match with the way my personal style is, I think the black hardware is a great choice. Now, So Blacks used to be kind of rare, but I've started to see them like appear in a lot of collections. I think this collection that's out now will have like a mini in So Black. I think I saw someone with that. And then I think they have a maxi in So Black. Now, I don't think it's the shiny. I think it's, you know, they change the leathers from collection to collection. So I believe it may be lambskin, I believe. But, you know, it's still beautiful either way. So whichever leather that you choose, I feel like you're pretty safe with this hardware. I'm actually going to show you my 226 because that one I believe is from like 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. And I actually bought that one pre-loved, and I've had it maybe 3 years myself. Yeah, I've had it maybe since 2017. I've had it. Yeah, 2017, 18. I think I've had it since 2017. So I've had it 3 or 4 years, and I'm going to show you what the hardware looks like on that one. But overall, yes, I think this is a really good buy. Like I said, you guys have to take into consideration that this is a full leather bag. And in order for it to have this kind of structure, it's sewn together, you know, with several pieces of leather, like intertwined to give it that shape and structure that it has. Like, there isn't any glazing on this bag, you know what I mean? This is like folded over and stitched. I mean, this is a beautiful, well-made bag. And I think these bags, as we've all seen, especially on the vintage market, how well they age. And I think this isn't going to be any different to the ones that we've seen. I think this is going to age just as beautifully, even though it has the black hardware. So that's all I have for you on this bag. Let's take a look at the 226. Okay, so here's the 226. So in case this is your like holy grail that you're interested in, this one, since it's from 2014, this one is really old. Well, not really old, but this one is pretty old considering. And I've used this a ton. And I think my only like really drawback of this bag is the fact that the top part of it is pointy. And this is not a single flap, guys. This is a double flap. So it's not because it's a single flap that it has the pointy. I think a lot of times I was probably carrying it like this, or I may have even been, you know, carrying it crossbody or whatever. But yes, it has kind of pointy a little bit up there. Other than that, because it's a distressed calfskin on here with a little bit of shine, you're not really going to see any real scratches or anything like that on the bag. It's the same layout as the previous bag, so nothing different there. Both of mine were made in Italy, so if that is something that interests you. Let's take a look at this lock, and I will insert some close-ups. I see some finger smudges on the lock, but let's see. I don't see any scratches or anything on the lock. Let's look at the turn part, and I don't see any on there either. Nothing is chipped on here. It's fared really well. Again, it has that shine on there. This one has a little bit of an iridescence to it, so it's not black like the Jumbo is. Now this one is slightly smaller than the Jumbo. You guys know that the Jumbo is like, well, if you're tall or plus size, it'll go crossbody on you, except that it'll stick out from you a little bit. Now, this one I used to wear crossbody all the time, and what I liked about it was that it was closer to the body, so it didn't kind of come out as far. And I love that about it. Like if I was out and about and I needed to swing it on or hang it across me, it was great. So I don't think either one of these you can go wrong with. This one has that bottom though that will flatten out into that part right here. Like this one looks great if you fold it out, and if you need to pack it, this one packs well. If you don't mind it having that bottom that does that, you know. Mine is kind of like, you know, the base in mine is, it has been, you know, made to be flat now. But, you know, when I've packed it before, I have like pointed it out before, you know, made it pointy at the bottom. This base shaper that's in here doesn't feel anything like the base shaper that's, and I'm calling it a base shaper. And it's not one that I've inserted myself. It's one that is made with the bag that you could feel when you're holding it. You could feel that the leather is kind of sewed over it to kind of give the bag structure. So this one here is much more flexible, and I feel like this one doesn't really have whatever the material is in here. It's a material that is able to bend and then, you know, pop straight. So again, the same thing applies. There isn't any glazing on the bag. It is all stitched with leather, pure leather, and I think it's a beautiful bag, Of course, you guys know the chains are different on the bag, so you know we've all seen 1,000,001 videos about, you know, the differences between the 226 and a Chanel Jumbo. The Chanel Jumbo in essence is bigger, slightly bigger. Well, no, I would say considerably bigger than this one. So let's get to the Lady Dior though. Okay, so this is my Lady Dior in the medium size in the matte black. Let's talk about the construction of the bag, okay? Okay, so the bag comes with a leather flap. It no longer has the zip that it used to have in the previous models. So it has a leather flap, and then when you lift it up, it has this like suede interior, okay? And on the inside of the bag, which you're probably not going to be able to see, there is a zip pocket here, and then there is a slit pocket here, and then there's just a big opening in the bag. Now, when it comes to what I can fit between this and the Jumbo, it's pretty much the same, give or take a piece or two. I could fit, I think the only thing additional I could fit in here is I could fit a little water bottle, just because the height of the bag, of course, is taller than the Chanel Jumbo. What I will also say about this is that I feel like the interior of the Jumbo, with all the organization that it offers, you know, with the two pockets and everything, I feel like that's a better layout than what this is. Although I love the fact that it's just a big open spot. So, I mean, I guess it would depend on your lifestyle and what your personal needs are. Again, I like the layout of that one. As far as getting in and out of the bag, I like this one better. I don't like the fact that I'm gonna have to keep turning that turn lock to get in and out of the bag. I like that I can just, you know, lift this flap, get what I need, put the flap back down, and I'm done. I mean, and it's a really quick effort to do that. It's, you know, it's little or nothing. I like the handles on the bag. I love that. I feel like it gives me a great option in the way that I carry the bag. I like the fact that I get to carry the bag top handle, or I get to carry the bag with a strap. Now, I didn't bring the strap to the bag out because it's packed away because I don't use it. But we kind of all know what the strap looks like. It is an adjustable strap. And I think I showed you guys on my previous video with my gradient blue one that it is long enough to go crossbody. I like the black jewelry pieces here. These are, of course, in matte. So all the hardware and the leather and everything on here is a black matte, and this is also calfskin just like that. Now, the structure of this bag is much more firmer than what you will have in the Chanel Jumbo. Now, you got to remember, the Chanel Jumbo is all leather, so it's leather on the inside and on the outside. So that makes it soft, but like I said, it has something in the Jumbo that gives it structure at the bottom with the base shaper. Now, this one, you can feel the structure on the sides. You can feel it at the bottom. Like you can pretty much feel the hardness structure of this. Now I've seen the vintage one of these on the pre-loved market, and a lot of times the structure is gone on them. So I don't know if that was an issue that they had with the older models. I don't know if this is something that's going to occur with this one. I would hope that they've made the necessary changes in it so that this will have, you know, really good longevity. That, you know, in 20 years or whatever, or 15 years, that this bag will still look the same. I love that it has feet on the bottom of the bag. It's great when you need to take it places and set it down. I also like the fact that this bag to me reads really kind of young and edgy. Like I like that the fact that even though it's a classic style bag and it is very much a ladylike shape, because structured bags tend to look ladylike, that this one kind of gives it kind of like a rough, edgy look to it. Now I have the additional strap that I have added to mine, and mine is the black and white, and of course it has the matte black attachments to the end here, and I wear that on the bag. Now with this strap, I am able to do shoulder on it, but as you can see, my shoulder width is quite adequate for a thick guitar strap like this. If you're petite, it may not be that way for you. Is this crossbody for me? No, it's not. However, I like the style that it has. It adds to it. Like I said, it makes it casual. It also gives it kind of like a bohemian flair with this kind of woven kind of material. All right. Now, in terms of what do I think about the hardware? Now, when I got the bag, when did I get this bag? I've had this bag for a while. I just never showed. Well, I haven't done a video in, what, 2 years? Well, I've done one, you know, within the last month, but I've had this bag for a while. So, and I've worn it probably as equally as much as I've worn the jumbo, maybe a little bit more. I think the hardware on this, because it's matte, I feel like it could chip. Now, the sales associate that I work with assured me that this had been dipped several times, like, you know, 4 times, 3 or 4 times, to kind of, you know, combat against that chipping issue, because I think that was an issue that maybe they had previously when they kind of tried to work with the black hardware. Now, to me, both of the bags, of course, are classics, because we know that this Lady Dior has been with Christian Dior for a very, very long time. I think people like to say, they like to bring up the prices that they go for on the pre-loved market. They feel like that, you know, if they want to sell the bag, that they would be able to get more money back out of the Chanel Jumbo than they would out of the Christian Dior. Now, when I looked on the pre-loved market, when I wanted to kind of research a little bit for this video, the Lady Diors that were of the current style were pretty much going the price that they are in the boutique. Now, the older model, the one with the zip, or some of those models, because I think when Maria joined, she made several models of this Lady Dior. So I know there was like a slouchy one, like soft leather one. I see that one going for less. And like when I was looking at the bags on the pre-loved market, I had to make sure I knew what I was looking at, because sometimes I'm looking at one and I'm thinking, God, the structure's gone in that, not realizing that that was one of the slouchy ones. So as I kind of researched further, I realized that there were some that made during the years that she was actually ahead of the fashion house, that she kind of did like a soft version of it. So those kind of go for, you know, a lower price. I feel like the mediums in a classic color with this kind of top on there are kind of running neck and neck what's in the store. There's not a huge savings like everybody, you know, says it is to me. I haven't seen it on the websites that I've looked at. I know I looked at this one and it was pretty much the same price that it was there. Like there may have been maybe a few $100 difference or something like that, but not anything significant enough where I would say, I don't want it new, you know. I also feel like the smaller versions, I saw those, and those seem to, you know, maybe on a discontinued color, because I saw some of the colors that they no longer have, and those were actually going for, you know, higher than they are in the boutique. Christian Dior does do price increases just like Chanel does, so I feel like this is going to continue to raise in value just like the Chanel Jumbo is. So if that's going to be your deciding factor, which is never a deciding factor for me, I just buy what I like and what I know goes with my personal style and what I'm going to use. There's the information for you so that you can make your own decision. So I guess my only real pushback is that I have some concerns about this hardware. I don't really have any concerns about scratches or anything on the leather. I don't have any corner wear or anything like that. Now you guys have got to know that I've got a strong bag collection. So I do change often, but I do wear them frequently, you know. And I don't have any concerns where I feel like I need to use this one delicately. Now I do have the soft pink one, which I showed you guys in a previous video. That one I have to use delicately. That color on there, and the fact that that one's lambskin, and the coating that's on there lets you know right away that it could pick up, you know, a stain like that. This one I feel like is pretty resilient. I feel like this is strong. I feel like this is gonna be around for as long as it speaks to my personal style. When I put them together, I think for me visually, and even functionally, because I like the fact that this gives me two ways to wear it, this is really my pick. But when I think in terms of the classy factor and the factor of, you know, being able to kind of move it around in my wardrobe and get the most bang for my buck out of it, is probably going to be this one. I don't know, I'm torn. I'm probably the wrong person to ask, like, which one would I choose, because I have them both. I feel like they can work in the same capacity, but this one I can probably, like I said, wear a lot more casually than this one. I love the shiny ones though, and I know now Dior has a shiny black one out. Like they're doing the So Black in this collection that they have out now in the shiny version. And I think it's adorable if anybody's looking for a mini bag and they want a So Black. Like if you can't get the So Black mini and you want a mini bag to wear crossbody, I think this would be gorgeous in the shiny version. I feel like that would be a great going out at night bag. But here's the two of them together. Again, I think the hardware is probably a little bit stronger in the Chanel. I feel like Chanel is top quality bag in terms of the construction of the bag. Now, we all know that there are some challenges when it comes to quality with Chanel. So if you push that aside and you happen to get one that meets your standards, I think you guys would agree that they do pretty good quality when it's done right. Now, is it always done right? No. But when it is done right, it's a good thing. Now, with this one, I haven't heard a lot of quality issues about this, and I haven't seen any on my bags. And I looked at several of them when I was, you know, in the store, and all of them were pretty the same. Like I couldn't see the difference between one to the other. Now, what I like about Dior is I don't have to like make up my mind in 30 seconds and go and grab it. I feel like whenever you need it, you know, they kind of have this available on the website as well as in the store. And I like that convenience. I like that if I decide that, you know, I want to put a capsule together and I want to get, you know, a black Dior, that I don't have to like, you know, hunt it down, beg for it, get on a list. I don't have to do any of that. I can just click, add to cart, cash out. Or I could just go into store and get it. And I love that convenience of shopping with Dior. I think it's awesome. It's like, you know, you want to get nice quality pieces that are fashionable, that speak to you, and you don't want to kind of go through the hassle because, you know, we have busy lives. I don't know about y'all, but I have a busy life, and I really don't want to do that. So I think that's my only gripe other than that. But if you don't have a problem getting your hands on pieces like this, and you can find one, because like I said, they pop in and out. They may be within a collection, they may not be with a collection. So if you're able to get it, then yeah, definitely get this. Just know that there's a huge price difference between the two. I think this one is a lot less than this one. I think this one is with tax and everything, what is it, close to 10. And then this one is the new price. I can't remember. I don't know what the new prices is, but I think it's a lot less though. A lot less, several thousand less than 10. I know that. But I will like pop a link to the website below so that you guys can have a look. And I hope this answered all your questions. So that's all that I have for you guys today. I'm sorry I don't have like I want this one more than this. You guys know that if I had like really bad pushbacks, I'm not scared to tell you, I would tell you. But probably in my life, because it's so casual, I probably wear the Lady Dior a lot more. I probably do. I do. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I probably do. So that's all that I have for you guys. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.